Morning, folks. Adam Brian Dada here. Today in Mexico on a 3-day fundraiser. A lot of people ask me, what's my secret? How can I approach people I don't even know and ask them out of the blue, would you like to invest in a film? Would you like to contribute to a film? Would you like to sponsor a video? These aren't people who are necessarily even open to it, but with a little bit of chatting, maybe even a little bit of gentle convincing, you'd be amazed at what people can provide for you in your budget. But it isn't for everyone. And one of the reasons it isn't for everyone is because approaching the rich takes a certain amount of confidence that you can't just learn in a book. Even on a video like this, it's not so easy for me to just explain how to build that confidence. But there are tricks. There are tricks that my mentors taught me over many years, starting when I was a kid. And these are tricks that I've taught others freely. Don't charge for the mentorship. Generally, I've been able to teach more masculine-natured individuals. And in my case, typically men. Sometimes I've been able to teach more masculine-oriented women as well. One of the great tricks that I've been doing since I was 12, 13 years old, when that whole always be negotiating, always be closing, always be convincing, in a way, vibe started to take root, is nose breathing. And you don't really hear a lot about this. Maybe, I don't know, I don't watch Rogan or any of those guys. Maybe they're getting into it, but I've always been a big nose-dominant breather. And there's some interesting physiological, physical, psychological, emotional things that happen when you become a nose breather. The first and foremost thing that we got to talk about is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a very important chemical compound that the body creates by itself, but it actually creates it better when you breathe through your nose. If you breathe through your mouth, you're probably not creating it. Nitric oxide helps with sex. Nitric oxide helps with sex drive. Nitric oxide helps with motivation to want to be faster and stronger, motivation to conquer, to compete, to kill, if it's in the hunt, that target that we're aiming for. And when your body doesn't have it, you become weak. There is some interesting, maybe not the most scientific, but there's some interesting conjectures, some theories, that when you start breathing through your nose, you start getting a more pronounced chin. And I do have a hell of a pronounced chin. But you think about those weak guys that a lot of times girls aren't even really all that attracted to for whatever reason, and maybe they don't have any chin. And when you watch them, it's because they're breathing through their mouths. When we make that disclosure, those attack words when you call someone a mouth breather, typically we talk about, lazy, weak, obese people sitting around eating bonbons all day, breathing through their mouths. But that's actually not where the term really comes from. The person who breathes through his mouth in this case, is not creating that nitric oxide. When it goes through your nose, it passes the blood-brain barrier. It gets into your bloodstream. It makes you more masculine, more confident, more charismatic. Even if you didn't have a lead figure, even if you didn't have a so-called father figure or a masculine figure in your life, you could start this as late as 60 years old. I recently started one of my proteges, man of 40 years old, never realized it, weak chin, no dominance in conversations, no ability to convince someone of the opposite thought. I got him on it, and in a matter of weeks, literally a matter of weeks, he found himself more dominant. He found himself more aggressive. People at work were like, wow, dude, you're really standing up for yourself. And over a few months, he started realizing his jaw was stronger, maybe a little bit more pronounced. Why is that? We don't really know why that is. The science isn't really proven on why that is. But when I go for my morning walks, which I do every morning, even if it's freezing outside, even if it's 90 degrees and 90% humidity like it feels like it is here today, when I go for my morning ritual walks, I call it walking my kingdom. I like to walk around. I like to say hi to people I've never said hi to. I like to stop and talk to people that I have said hi to before. When I do that, my focus when I'm not talking into a camera is to breathe through my nose. It doesn't have to be a deep breath. It could be a deep breath. You could do short breaths. You could do quick breaths. The more oxygen that you need, the more that you need to acclimate to how to get all that air through your nose and not through your mouth. And in a matter of a short period of time, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, even the most effeminate, spineless looking, no chin male should be able to start stepping up to that confident personality, the convincing personality. And when I go, which I'm going to go soon, and introduce myself to these rich and sometimes powerful people who have more money in their accounts than they know what to do with, and they're not going to give it to charity because most charities are wreckage. Most charities are a joke. Most charities are ways to criminally scam taxpayers to make the director of the charity have a faster Maserati or whatever. I don't do it that way. I'm not looking for charity. I'm not looking for investment. I'm just looking to say, hey, rich person, I've got these poor artists and they've got good hearts, and some of them are motivated. Most of you are not. And they actually want to become commercial successes. I don't go to them and say, hey, I want to tell a story about a black trans kid in the hood. They don't care. Nobody really cares. The rich people don't give a shit. They might say they care, they don't. I'm going to tell them, look, there are all these people who don't have the commercial drive. They don't understand profit. They don't understand capitalism. And I'm going to introduce it to them. Would you like to sponsor my time doing so? It doesn't happen every day, but every day or close to it, someone will hand me a pile of cash with no strings attached or with strings attached. And why can I do that? Why can a guy like me with no education, with no family, power, no celebrity or fame, I'm not the tallest, best looking, smartest guy in the room. Why can I do it successfully? It starts with that confidence. It starts with that masculine nature, the one that the woke people hate so much about me, that I'm such a douchebag, I'm such an asshole, I'm so mean to people. No, I'm a competitor. I'm a hunter. I'm a killer. There's a target, and the target is people want money to tell their stories. That's not what money does for me. I want money so I can provide it to people who want to be commercial successes. I'm not here to tell your story. I'm here to help you become a commercial success. I want you to be successful. I don't want all of us on government cheese. I don't want all of us on, whatever it's called, fixed minimum income or whatever. I don't want that. I want more competitors. I want more dominant people. I want more aggressive people. So try that today. Maybe go for a little walk if you can. If you can't, don't sit down. Stand up. Put your laptop or your iPad or your phone on a little stand. Stand up and breathe through your nose. Give it 15, 20 minutes. I do it all day long. All day long. And report back to me after a couple of weeks. You got to do it every day. You got to do it every day, a little bit longer every day. It's an easy workout. There's no weights, no gym, no special equipment. You can't hurt yourself breathing through your nose. Let's give it a try and see. I'm Adam Brian Dada.